Hey guys,
Hey everyone,
how's it going? My name is Christa,
I'm Kevin.
and we are the husband wife team behind LCRC Raceway. Welcome back to Hump Day Happy Hour. It's premiere night.
2025 season has arrived.
It has, yes. So, just like you know is always going to happen, we have already had some technical issues. Oh, made it live on YouTube. Not live where I thought it was going to be with YouTube, but we are live. So, we're going to take that as a win.
Just like that, all of a sudden it worked.
I don't. Yeah, I can't help it. So, hello to our friends in the comments. There's Jody and Rob, and Taylor is letting us all know there's only 50 days until the LCRC Flashpoint season opener. Can't wait to have you guys back. And there's Dave Taylor. Hey, Alex. Alex hanging out in the comments. There's Brandon Malinowski. Hey guys, thank you for hanging out. We are so excited to have you on. I've got lots planned for tonight.
Yeah?
You have to pull the mic closer to your. Do I need to? So I got him. We got new fancy microphones, and
Well, mine's fancy. Hers is still not fancy.
I don't know. I can't hear you.
Here we go already. Isn't there a volume knob? Can I just turn it up?
There is a volume knob, and it is turned up.
All the way?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we do need to switch sides actually because I have all of the sound equipment over there. It would have been much easier if we were opposite sides. No lie.
Yeah, except the computer is over there.
Well, for now, but if I switched it, it would be better for the monitors too. So I think you're right. Hey, there's my friend Dennis Brew hanging out in the comments. Hey, Dennis. There is Robin Heil. Can't wait to see you guys. Yes, new fancy mics. Kevin needs to talk closer to his. Yes, he doesn't. He's still not getting it. I got you this big.
How about now?
I got you this fancy thing so that you could pull it close to your mouth. Okay.
Okay.
There's Tim. Hey, Tim. Good to see you in the comments. Thanks for joining us today. And there is our friend Kurt Siebert and P Word. Hey, P Word. We were watching you at Motorama. Mike Ream. And today is the season opener for Hump Day.
Yeah.
It's the Hump Day season opener. And just as you know, every Hump Day season opener riddled with technical difficulties, but we made it through.
In the new studio.
Yes. So the new LCRC broadcast booth. Welcome. Yeah, it does. It's more Cody said it's more like a podcast now. Yes, the microphones do that alone, but the cool color behind us helps, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, Mike Egelberger says we look more official. Thank you. Hello to Joel. Thanks for hanging out. There's Jason. Hey.
Cody just likes the wallpaper.
Thank you. Listen, I am so excited. I'm seeing so many names that we are going to see back here in about 50 days for the Flashpoint season opener. So super exciting. We're cruising towards the opener.
You kidding me? 50 days. So I'm sure Taylor has officially counted from the opening day of practice to be 50 days, right?
Uh-huh.
You realize we're going to see half of these people 3 days before that for the season opener, right?
Yeah. That's true. That's one of the things I like about LCRC. I wanted to head over to YouTube and say hello to my friend Jay that is hanging out in the comments. I will check in with you guys on the comments over there too, so feel free to chat with us while we talk. Says it looks good and it sounds good. Yes.
Wow.
Lauren says that he needs one of those LCRC flags. Before we're done, remind me and I will give you the information. It's actually a local kid who made that, and it's fantastic craftsmanship, and he gave us his number to pass out. So if anybody's interested, he can do anything custom that you want. But
I'm pretty sure it's wood burnt into the back of it or something, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So it's very cool. Kevin, do you have anything to bang on? Samoji wants to know.
No, she's taken most all of that away from me now.
Yeah.
If I as much as even tap on the table we have now, all the microphones and lights will
things could go
flicker.
very badly.
Yeah. I have to be careful.
Yes. Oh, so cool. I will say you seem a tad quiet to me, Kevin, more than you. Okay, great. So I agree with you, Kevin.
How about now?
If you want to just turn your knob up a little bit.
I thought you said I was turned up the whole way.
If you go the whole way, it goes into the red. Nope,
What?
you're the other knob. Oh, to the left, honey.
This one?
Yep, just a little bit.
To the left?
Turn it up a little bit.
Oh.
Too far.
How about that?
That's too far.
Is that better?
Okay. Let me know if that sounds better. I think you went too far.
I don't think I went too far. My green thing's going about as far as yours goes.
Yes, okay. Okay, so sorry, already distracted. That didn't take any time at all. There's Jason Mechanic hanging out. Hey, good to see you online. Turn it to 11. Too far. It's already too far. So anyway, we're going to do this. He's soft spoken. No, he's not kissing his mic.
Who said I
should?
Who said I was
Mike,
soft spoken?
Mike said you're soft spoken. He's crazy. He's crazy. Anyway, we tried to be a little bit more formatted with our video content this time. So we're gonna kick off just listen. I don't like Kelly and Mark, but back in the day, Regis and Kathy Lee. The way they would start is talking about personal. Oh man, our OBS just disconnected, and I think it was that dog underneath us.
Yeah.
Oh.
She said dog.
Reconnected.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Sorry about
It's actually not
that.
me you have to worry about banging on things this year. It is the new Moomaw family edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's introduce. Come here, Max. This is our new baby. Everybody meet Max. Max, sit up there and say hi. I said hello. Hello.
29 pounds of sheer terror, let me tell you.
Yes. Hopefully my audio's back. Sorry, we went down for a second, but we should be back now. And introducing the newest member to the Moomaw family, which is Max.
Hi, Aaron. Hi, Mark.
Hi, everybody. Oh, there's Pete. Oh, cool.
Sam.
Try some off-road this summer. So Max is 2 years old, and he came from a household that no longer could have dogs. They had to move, and so Max is now my dog.
Yes.
He's the family dog, but
He's Christa's dog for sure.
he might be a little bit my dog. So anyway, he's a French bulldog. He's 2 years old. He still is learning some manners, but he probably will be an excellent podcast host, I'm sure. Right, Max?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's really good at being underfoot, I'll tell you that.
He is. And yes, Max does need a CPAP machine, so he fits right in the Moomaw household. So yes.
He ain't getting mine.
Yeah, Max is super chill. Thanks, Shane. He has been hanging in the hobby shop. I'm still teaching him how to behave in the hobby shop. So in other news, you guys have not seen us since before Christmas, and we also went on vacation.
Sure did.
So let me see if I can show you some pictures from vacation. Oh, it got a little formatted, but whatever. So went on vacation with some of our favorite people. So some of you guys know Big John and of course the Nipples. And sorry, give me just a second. Here is the audio. Yeah. Come on. So anyway, we went to Riviera Maya, Mexico, and there is Johnny, Shane, and I went super hard in some sandcastle building.
Sure did.
Doesn't surprise anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was just the beginning too. You know?
Yeah. And of course, it was funny. All the pictures I was trying to find my favorite pictures. There's Shane and Johnny, Adeline and Kevin. They're pretty much all silly pictures I found. But there's Gavin and Michelle and my dad having hibachi. If you guys know the Nipple family.
Yeah, Shane drank water.
Shane's not super into trying new things, but they were on vacation. They tried lots of new things. So it was very exciting. So anyway, that is a couple pictures from our vacation. We were down there for a week and had a wonderful time.
Absolutely. And it was warm.
Yeah.
It was warm. That was nice.
Go closer to your mic.
Mike, come closer to me.
Maybe if you scoot your chair in. Can you scoot your chair in a little bit?
Well, it's either me or the dog, honey.
Yes.
Me or the dog.
Hey, I have some friends I need to say hi to. There is my friend Allison. We have a trip coming up I'm very excited for. So thanks for hanging out. And there's Ron G. Good to see you hanging out. I know your puppies will love to meet Max. Just went down again.
Just to be fair, it is.
Thanks, Allison. Says she loves the new mics.
Yeah. Just to be fair, it is storming like pretty severely in the atmosphere here. Like the wind's blowing and the rain's coming. So.
We moved rooms, and so there's going to be internet problems. I know I've gone down twice. I apologize. I am recording this, so I'm going to be posting it hopefully in podcast form later. So I'd like to edit it down and have it be a little bit more podcast friendly for my friends that like to listen to it the next day on their way to work. So that is the goal, is to do a little trimming. But with moving to a new room, I didn't think about plugging in the internet until about 5 seconds before we're getting ready to go on. So yeah, Robin, it's thundering here too. So it's just wild. Yeah. But anyway, so that was our vacation. If you know anything else about us, our personal lives have been completely filled with work on our upcoming home.
1870s farmhouse project.
Yeah, honey, tell us some more. I've been doing lots of talking. And
yeah, it's so this farm was built in 1870 by the Bezier family. Had been I don't want to say passed down necessarily, but had been transferred through several different Bezier family members up until 1950, when my grandfather purchased the farm. And long story short, I was born in this farmhouse in 1975. My parents lived there from the time they were married in 1970 till they built their new house right on top of the hill in 1977.
Yeah.
My mom still lives there today. So we were able to purchase the farm from my family 2 years ago, and spent the first year and 3/4, maybe year and a half, working on the barn, so we could get Christa's horses moved in and get the barn up and running. And then the renters moved out of the house, and we started working on the house.
Yeah, so I have some pictures to share. So the first picture I want to show you guys is this is what is going to be our master bedroom. So this is where it started. When we first walked in, it was actually even worse because this is the wallpaper. There was paneling, like that 1970s ugly paneling on the walls.
Yeah.
So
had a drop ceiling.
Yes, and there was a drop ceiling.
You can see the ties still hanging out of the ceiling now.
Yeah, cool, interesting fact. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse, but that hole that's in that ceiling there, that circular thing, that is from the stovepipe, because there was a parlor stove in each room, and the stovepipes went up through, and then actually the pipe itself is what heated the upstairs room. But anyway, so this is our master, and now this is what it looks like now. We are doing wallpaper, so the ugly marks. Oh, you can see my mouse. The ugly marks on the wall are just from when I had a horrible paint disaster. But this is the update, so I'll just show you the before one more time if I can get my mouse to go where I want it to go. So that's what it did look like, and this is what it's looking like now. So that's master bedroom. We obviously have to refinish all the floors. This is what I call the parlor, or it's going to be our living room, but this is like the formal parlor. The entryway is out to the right, and there are French doors on either side. So this is what this looked like before we started. Unfortunately, this room got worse before it got better, because we had to jack up the house. How far, dear?
The house went up 3 inches and change.
Yeah.
The barn went up 13 inches.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the house went up further than you're saying, but we'll have to check with Jimmy. He's good at remembering those type of things. But we had the guys from Travia come in and help us jack up the house and gave us lots of new cracks. But this is what the room looks like now. Unfortunately, you know how pictures are. It doesn't really do justice to the color of the room, but it really is
Looks
very
good.
gorgeous in person.
Well, and also to be fair, like obviously this picture was taken at night,
Mm-hmm.
and those of you who have been here for a nighttime podium, that big honking LED light that we plug in and sits in the podium grass,
Oh, that blinds you all?
that is what is currently in the house for for a work
Painting
light.
and
So,
working, yeah.
yeah.
This is the dining room. Yeah, I was pretty shocked when I saw this picture.
Yeah, that's rough.
So this is the parlor is this side. So if you can see my mouse there, that we were just looking through this double door here. This is what the dining room looked like when we started. Obviously, that's old wallpaper on the ceiling. The walls had paneling on it that really wrecked the walls, and it was just cracked all the.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty bad.
It was rough.
Not a great picture to show you, but this is an update. This was a picture I took just last night. It was pretty late, so I was just doing some painting. So obviously not the best quality picture, and there's kind of junk everywhere, as happens in renovation. But the point of the story is we are getting close.
Yeah.
Things are starting to come together.
It's definitely like, we crossed the hump of not that we're not still making little messes, but basically we're now cleaning up messes and making things pretty instead of tearing them apart and not.
I didn't have time to go through and get pictures of everything for you guys, but it's worth saying that we have a working bathroom.
Yeah.
Only one at the moment, but we do have a working bathroom.
Well, to be fair, that's as many as we had when we bought the place.
Yeah, that's true. Had to tear it all out.
Gosh, I never did figure out the total square footage, but a big 2-story. Oh gosh, honey, how many rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like it's depending on if you count the little rooms, it's a 9 to 12 room brick farmhouse, and it had one bathroom.
Yeah. So now it's going to have 2.5 bath. So there was no plumbing upstairs. We put a bathroom upstairs, and then we also did a master bathroom downstairs. So we eliminated the bathroom that was there, and also a little laundry closet that was an awkward use of space.
Well, actually, that little laundry closet was my bedroom when I lived there when I was born.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
So Shane asked in the comments what kind of heating source we're going to use. Right now, we're currently working off of a heat pump. We did have central air put in, and as in part of the central air system is a heat pump, and that is what is getting us through until we finish refinishing these floors. And then after that's done, we are going to have radiator heat. So we have an on-demand water heater in the basement, and the radiators and our hot water for the house are all going to run directly off of that.
Yeah, when we first bought it, the renters actually had an outdoor wood burner hooked up to run the hot water.
Yeah.
And of course, they took that with them, and we were left with an old oil burner furnace that basically was just junk.
Yeah,
and
there was no
the chimney needed relined, and it was a mess. So we ended up putting in, like what Christa said, a brand new on-demand propane boiler.
Yep.
And
it's really energy efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, super energy efficient, and it'll do our domestic and heat as well. So we haven't been able to run that all winter because, like she said, we're holding out to redo the floors to last. And gosh, I don't know how many of them cast iron radiators are in that place.
A lot.
And I mean, they are freaking heavy.
Yes, they are.
Like I'm not too sure if one of them didn't flip over just right, it wouldn't blow holes in the floor.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they're heavy.
They are very heavy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not a weakling, but
Mm.
I'm not moving any of those by myself.
Yeah. I can barely, even the lighter ones, I can barely scooch to one end at a time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to say hi to my friend Dominic, who's hanging out in the comments. Good to see you down there.
Hey,
And
hey.
Troy says that those old farmhouses are definitely a challenge. Yes, this is they are a challenge. It's been a lot of work. I was going back through my pictures before we started because I wanted to share some with you. And I said to Kevin, I'm like, what did we do with all our time before we had a farmhouse? We're working on it before work every day, after work every day. We're really doing everything we can to try to get as much done before our season starts so we can totally focus on racing and our livelihood. But we're doing everything we can now inside the farmhouse.
It's tough because the weather has been insane. I mean, you know, we get a break of sunshine, but the problem is all that does is melt some of the frozen tundra that's been here forever.
Yeah.
So it's muddy. And then before you know it, it rains or it sleets.
It's
or
been crazy
something.
weather.
Like just, off the hook.
I want to share one other personal note. I did want to say hi to a couple of my friends that just jumped in on the comments, but there's my friend Laura. Hello to you. Hello to John and Shane. There's James. I can't wait to see you guys all this summer. So excited to see you. I did want to share one other thing that I know many of you had been following along last summer right before the Mugen Challenge. Our horse Lucy was injured and broke her leg. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Lucy last week. So she wasn't healing, and unfortunately, she was in pain every day. So we had to say goodbye to Lucy. So I did want to let you guys know that. So I know many of you had been asking and were invested in that. So we were all sad to see her go, but we definitely know it was the better choice. So on that note, I do want to switch gears because I don't want you guys to see me too upset. So should we kick off our first segment? Should we do yard sale first?
I don't care.
People get excited about yard sale.
Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to do yard sale. So welcome to the new segment, which is the LCRC yard sale. I'm going to share some links with you guys, which are going to be directly to the lots. And then those lots are available right now on our website. If you are interested in purchasing one of these items, after we're going to show them to you in just a moment, you can go, and it's just first come, first grab for these things. We're going to do something like this every week. Sometimes it could be an auction style. Sometimes it could be like it is tonight, where you're just going to grab, it's the first person to buy them. So with no further ado, Kevin, why don't you introduce us to our first yard sale item, lot number 1. This is selling for $650. And I'm in your way. I thought you were prepared.
Associated E-Truggy. It is fully loaded. It's got a ProTech 170 TBL servo in it. It's got a Hobby Wing 2250 motor, and it has the XR8 Pro 2-stick 2-cell saddle pack, ProTech 8600s. It has the jumper. It's got one-run green reflex tires, brand new J Concepts wing, and it's pretty clean, fresh service. It's got, drive shafts are all cleaned up and ready to rip. I really don't know, like detail wise. I guess you can show the bottom for the wear. It's not brand new, but it is definitely not super high mileage. the chassis is a little more scratched on the bottom than it shows wear at the back. Like if you show, like the back of the chassis is still pretty thick.
Yep.
But you know, good truck.
Yeah. It's available online right now, lcrcraceway.com. I did share the links in the comments, but if you just go to lcrcraceway.com and search lot number 1, that is this. It does come free shipping if you're interested in having a ship to you.
It is the dual motor mount. It has has a fan on it. Obviously, no receiver, no transponder.
Yeah, just like John said, it's a steal.
Flock foil on the front. You know, painted body. It's not all busted up. Like I said, brand new J Concepts F21 wing, and you know, ready to rip.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So that is your lot number 1, available now online. Up next is our lot number 2. Lot number 2 is online right now for $80. Kevin, you want to share it with us?
Yes. This is a Hobby Wing XR10 Pro. It would be, Christa, help me. It's like 3 generations old from the top of the line Hobby Wing modified speed control. It does have the new 5mm bullets with the one-up fancy thumb pull things on them. Mm-hmm. You know, super good condition. I believe it came out of one of my cars.
I believe it.
Because it has shrink tube on the receiver plug, and it is, what's it say on the bottom? Is it a? Oh, it is a G. It's a G2S. It's not near as old as I thought. I think it's that would make it the next to the newest one.
Yeah, because they have the 3 now.
Yeah,
but it's the G2.
Yeah.
So that one is it's $80. Again, available for shipping or for pickup. That's up to you. So if you're interested, it's online right now. Lot number 2 on lcrcraceway.com, and let's show them lot number 3, $25.
So lot number 3 is a little more difficult to really accurately show, but it is this little Starlight tackle box looking thing. It is full of hardware. Like this bag is,
gosh, I'd give $25 for that.
I'm gonna say that's 16mm M4 flatheads, like for the bottom of an 8-scale chassis. There's a bag of, well, that's 3mm buttons and flats.
So this entire box is $25. Lot number 3 on lcrcraceway.com.
Oh yeah, right there's on the list of what's in there.
So that's a 3x16 flat, 3x8, a 3x10, 3x12, and a 3x14 flat, all in that. There's baggies of each. That's a good deal.
Here's a grab bag that has mostly steel, some stainless. There's 3mm. There's 2.5mm in there.
Do you know who really needs this? Is Brian Cruz. I wish Kendall was on right now. Brian is constantly coming in for like, hey, can I have 2 screws?
Yeah.
All the time.
Here's some 3mm button head. Looks like 30 to 35mm.
Yeah.
There's some M4 cap head stainless. There's M3x18 flat stainless.
Listen, this entire...
Yeah, there's all kinds of bins in there. Some empty, mind you. They don't all have something in them, but...
We went down for a minute again. Long story short, it's a ton of hardware.
Yeah.
In one bin, $25. If you want it, grab it. That's a good deal.
It is. It really is a good deal.
Somebody's going to want that.
There's
You dropped one now.
I saw it. There's some 3mm green aluminum nylock nuts.
That was me saying hi to Tim Long.
4mm button heads. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
The first 3 bags sold me on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. 3 items.
And it's in a shoebox.
In a shoebox. Any of the items are... Hey guys, shot number 2. Long story short, for the second time, Shane Yoder Put that in the comments long before we started. They're taking shots for every time you say long story short. We're up to 2. I'm shocked it's only 2.
Well.
I tag for future podcasts. Listen to. Love it. Love you.
Suck up.
Yeah. Matt is laughing about the shots. What are we drinking? I'm actually drinking wine tonight. I have a glass of Riesling this evening. So
Cheers.
cheers to that. If you are having something to drink, I don't care what it is, why don't you let us know in the comments? It's nice when everyone shares. Someone just bought something off the yard sale. Should we go on to our next section?
Yep.
Alex is playing along with the shot game.
The screw bin is sold.
Okay, so lot number 3 is gone. I knew that would happen. As far as I can tell, lot number 1 and lot number 2 are still available. So if you're interested, you can grab those. Okay, guys, let's go on to our next section.
Aaron used to be the suck up. Yeah.
Aaron, by the way, I did see your comments about the house, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Up next in the LCRC Hump Day Happy Hour. What's hot in the hobby shop?
I know what's hot in the hobby shop.
What's hot in the hobby shop?
My wife.
Oh. Hey, why don't you grab actually what's hot in the hobby shop? Because when I go back to the video, no, not me.
I am grabbing what's hot in the
Oh
hobby
my
shop.
gosh. Inappropriate. Inappropriate. Oh, we have some bourbon, some old fashioned, some Celsius energy drink. Good for the night shift.
All right.
Okay,
I
guys.
like that stuff, actually.
What's hot in the hobby shop tonight is the J Concepts.
Yes, and I apologize. I do not have the part number.
Oh.
I thought you'd be on top of that, actually.
Me?
Yeah. So, this is J Concepts spin on the red Plano toolbox that we all use.
The first one is a 513028. I'll stick that link right into
Good
your
job. And so
comments.
this is actually, it's a spin on the Plano one, but it's so much better because it's so much more secure. Several things. If you can see all the little holes under here, right? Well, that is
Hold
so...
on. You got to show them a little closer. See the little holes? There you go. You can see it right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those little holes go below every one of the little dividers.
So you can
so that
actually
you can
screw
them
them into place.
I know back in the day I used to tire glue mine in when I knew that's the layout I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, now you can screw them in, and if you want to change the layout, you can just take the screws out and change it. One of the other things, while I have the top deck apart, in my own personal life, I have a hard time not cracking and smashing this lid on the Plano ones. The J Concepts one is definitely a more rugged construction.
True.
It definitely snaps shut tighter, so everything's going to be more secure. And just like this deck, the top deck has all the lines that go down. They go
Seals
down
it up
over
really
top,
nicely.
so that like your little clutch shims and whatnot won't shift around.
Mm-hmm.
And even all of the dividers in the bottom all have the little screw dealios. Like,
yeah, you can screw all of these little pieces in.
and see, they fit so tight even without them.
Yeah.
And they all have the little screw hole in the bottom. Super nice. Comes with the screws.
Where's the little thingies?
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. My favorite part is
Comes with these little kickstands.
yeah, if you guys know, we would take the red Plano box and we would alter it to add the kickstand. These are so much easier and nicer. See how that little plastic piece just holds it open. Now it comes with 2, so it holds better when there's 2. Did you put it on backwards?
No.
Where's the other one?
In here. Comes with 2 of them.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Just like those red Plano boxes did. So
awesome.
that's important to know. Also, it looks nicer. It's got that black and gray to it. It's just a little bit more sightly.
So, with that being said, here is the little brother to that,
yeah.
which essentially is the exact same bottom but it just has the flat lid top. There's no extra deck on the top. It has the same screw holes and security. Actually comes with the kickstand as well, which I can't envision using this to need the kickstand, but
Is that the one? Is that 515128?
No.
That's the littler one.
Correct.
Oh,
It's
here it
that
is.
one.
Here it is.
So, it comes with the screws to secure all the dividers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
Honey.
That's fine.
Just broke your arm.
Yep. Didn't need that
The
one.
cool part is it's very slim. So, again, if you're packing your OGO and you want to fit more divisions of different brands or different products, it doesn't have the extra lid with the smaller bins. You can fit the larger products in it and fit more in.
Yeah, a couple comments I want to jump onto. John says that he has 2 of them and that they just went up the Plano boxes. Yeah, they totally did. Yeah. Shane says, is it a good alternative to keep all your tools in there? For sure. That's what Kevin does?
For sure. It's the best toolbox. I'm hands down.
Mike, I appreciate you asking about the LCRC Traxxas Camberlink mod, but honestly, you don't need it with those kickstands. They're perfect the way that they are. Okay, so that was the second one, and there is one more little brother. This guy is little and cute and matches, so you have to get it.
So this isn't a what's the AidTech 48 bin?
Yes.
So this isn't a 48 bin AidTech, okay, but it's also not that price, and the bins are definitely bigger and easier to get to.
Yes.
As far as like thumbing things out of them, one of the things that I do appreciate is it has the rounded corners in the bottom, like a coin,
easier to reach into
like
and
in the
grab.
cash register, the coin bins are rounded, so like if you reach in to get one shim out, you can actually pull the shim.
Yeah.
It doesn't get stuck in the corner. And again, in typical J Concepts fashion, it does have the same screw-in dividers that the other 2 have.
Yeah.
Super nice piece. The thing I like the most about the whole package is that it all matches.
Yep.
And I'm kind of a freak about having my stuff like look right. So
Awesome.
it's really cool. These have the little dots on the top and bottom, so if you do have multiple ones, they stack real firm.
That's nice.
So you could make a pack of these across your bag. You can label them for, M3, M4.
Yeah. And that little guffer, it sells for $38.49. So anyway, that is tonight's Hot in the Hobby Shop. What's hot in the hobby shop tonight was the J Concepts toolboxes. Yeah. We will highlight a product every night, something that maybe we can teach you how to use, or a new product that's just come out, something that we think that you need to know about.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, let's talk about upcoming events.
I know one.
You do?
Yeah. It's 50 days away.
What is 50 days away, dear?
The Flashpoint season opener here
That's
at LCRC.
right. Flashpoint season opener is coming right up. We are now 50 days away. There's all the information on the website. If you guys head over to lcrcraceway.com, there's a really great visitor's guide that gives all the details. Some of the things I hear a lot that I want to pass on to the racers who might be coming here for the first time. The hotel options are not great in our area. It's much better to camp here or to
Airbnb.
Use an Airbnb. Honestly, a tent is better than some of the hotels.
Yeah, and the Airbnb situation is just a constant evolution.
Changing all the time.
We always have people coming up to us from our local community saying, "Oh, hey, we hear you guys, you do this racetrack gig, and just want to let you know we have an Airbnb, and here's the link." And like, I've known you my whole adult life. I never knew you had an Airbnb. And like, oh, yeah, and so, Chris has been, constantly evolving the visitor's guide and, adding links to all the local Airbnbs.
I just wanted to show the guys real quick. If you are on the website, if you go to the Race at LCRC tab, down underneath there, the second thing down is your visitor's guide. This is going to take you to an interactive guide that I've just updated. So the cool thing about the guide this time is you can see the QR code. So that's going to take you to the camp spot reservation portal, or let's go to the next one. There's what's in the hobby shop. There's all around the place. Here's your QR code. So that's going to take you to the local list of hotels and Airbnbs. This is going to give you directions to all the essentials. So you actually if you go to that QR code right there, it'll actually pop up all these different options right into your GPS, and you can choose which one you want to go to, and it'll give you directions directly there. So just some things that we added. These are directions to these different restaurants, things to try to make it a little bit easier when you are visiting us. So if you're interested in any of that information, it's all right there on the website for your viewing pleasure.
I didn't see a QR code linked to Sawmill Ridge Heritage Farms.
Oh, yes.
For horseback riding and...
Not yet there, buddy.
Farm shop.
John says that the Econo Lodge has gotten worse and worse as the years go on. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Dennis Bruce says the Exxon down the road has great showers for tent campers. Not the Exxon. It's actually the Innovo, which is down past... Yeah, it's past Econo Lodge. They have showers. The Exxon down the street is excellent for subs and honestly anything. They have a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
food.
Did they have the pizza and all the fryer stuff by Halloween? They did, right? Yeah, that was at the end.
Yeah, they did.
Like Dean's has really expanded their menu.
That's okay.
It's really good. You know, obviously bagged ice and gas and propane and
lots of things.
So we survive off of that.
Yeah, the Exxon is wonderful. Yeah. The Novo does have showers, and they're pretty nice. I can't remember. Does anybody remember how much they are?
$10 or $15, I thought.
They're a little bit more than I thought, but they come with like a towel. They get cleaned. Those showers are cleaned between every single person.
Yeah.
They come with soap and shampoo and conditioner and whatever. Keep talking about the things. We have some food vendors that we have booked for that event. That's all stuff we're going to share next Wednesday.
Yeah, we've actually, I don't know about for the opener, but for the season, we've got some new food vendors for the pit parties and whatnot. So. Yeah. That's exciting.
Totally.
Of course, Uncle Harry's coming back to serve us, in the daylight. At every race. But
love Uncle Harry's food. Shane just said that Dean's Store's weekend special is that hoagie with the soda for $7. That's hard to beat. I mean, that's a lot of food. The other place that if you're looking for food and you're hungry, Pallet Grocery.
Yeah.
Those hoagies are huge.
Yeah, it's 14-inch, right?
They're big. They're
I'm
definitely
pretty sure
bigger than
the big one is 14-inch, and it's like $8.99 or something.
Yeah,
it's
totally
crazy. Yeah.
So, and then the other, Shane says he's going to call us about a pit rental space for the year. One other reminder: this year we will have one camper that is available for rental. That's $250 a night. It can sleep up to 5 guys.
Well, I say it sleeps 5 guys single.
Yeah. I mean,
if you
didn't want to double up.
It's 3 singles in the bunkhouse, 1 in the front master bed, and then 1 in the fold-out couch.
Yeah. So this is just your reminder. We do have that available. And there's also another company in our area that is renting campers. So if you're interested in information about that, just give me a call in the hobby shop, and I will hook you up with some information on all of those things. Okay, dear, it is time for our final section of the night. Are you ready? Okay, our final segment is Christa and Kevin are going to dish the dirt. Kevin's going to choose a topic, and we are going to dish the dirt on whatever Kevin's drama of the night is.
So, in the spirit of Christa's passions, we're going to do Rose and Thorn for a hot second about Motorama weekend for us.
Oh.
I'm gonna lead with the road. I've been attending that event for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And I think I've missed it one other time. I think maybe two. In our transition between ATV and RC. So, it was tough. I made a lot of excuses and tried to blow it off, but it is what it is. We survived.
Yeah, I mean, Motorama's a tough event because it is a lot of work to take the hobby shop down there. It's a lot of money to stock up all the things. Because the thing is that we want to be there for you racers, and in order to do that properly, we got to have a lot of things for a lot of people. So there's a lot of different car brands. There's a lot of different types of racing going on there. I know you guys are thinking about, oval and off-road, but they even have the crawling and the demo derby.
That's the tough stuff, because those are the things we don't think to even consider bringing any of that stuff.
Sure.
And then the guy's over there, he's got some one-off axial something, and I'm sorry, if it was at the shop, I might be able to help you, but man.
We worked very hard ahead of that event, and we spent a lot of money to stock up on a lot of stuff. We're being very mindful with the house, and it's a difficult position to be in, the slow season of our
we've also
year.
we've been trying to hone in on like profit margins and like being a little more fiscally responsible.
Sure.
And the inventory that we hold and the things that we stock, how fast does the inventory turnover? And,
is it worth keeping?
Yeah, and it's hard when we work that hard to make the numbers as well as we can make them, and then we turn around and they raise the rent, and
a lot of people didn't realize that the fees were going up.
They really raised the rent and changed some political things there, which changed our, I'll say, financial support.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people don't know, but some people do. But the oval spec tire was J Concepts, so we always would work with Allison and Jason to be the J Concepts tire rep. The cool thing about that for us is, as a small mom and pop hobby shop, they would basically send the oval tires that they wanted to us to have available, and we didn't have to pay until we saw what we sold. Then we could choose to keep things or we could send them back. That was a make or break for us.
Yeah.
Because if we had to stock up on all those different tires and be out that cost, that on top of all the electronics and the radios that people left at home, and there's already so much expense to take there that tires were a huge thing. So when in Oval, they changed the spec tire away from J Concepts, that was pretty detrimental to our deal that we had.
Well, that hurt
a
lot. And then, not to mention they jacked up the rent.
Well, yeah, so
it was like a
Braden
double whammy.
Dommel just said, aren't vendor fees like $700 or $800? We wish. We would have been there if they were $700 or $800. No. That's some thunder right there. Yeah. So speaking of which, we are dishing the dirt. Did you see the video that came out after Motorama on the club entry fees? Did you guys see that video?
Oof.
It was really big on Facebook and Instagram for a bit.
Well, it was an Oval deal. It was the Oval guys.
Well, it wasn't just the Oval guys in the comments, though.
No,
I don't think
but
they realized.
It was Alfie, the guy that puts on the Oval portion of Motorama, and then Dustin Malacote from GFRP.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was the video that said that, how much would you pay for club racing fees? It was a very spicy video. They got lots of people.
Very spicy.
It was. It got a lot of people worked up. But it was saying that I'd pay $40 for a club race, and people in the comments were going wild.
Yeah.
it was funny. It's a highly contested thing. I didn't post things everywhere, but I did comment on Duffy put it out there and was sharing it and kind of like gauging what people's thing was. I just responded that, you know, LCRC can't run off of club race fees.
No.
Not even for one day. And I understand people are like, well, that would be like paying $1 an hour or $1 a minute to run. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of fees for a facility to run.
So you have a certain expectation of what entertainment value you're going to receive when you go to a certain facility.
Yeah.
Whichever facility it may be, I refuse to name names because, I mean, you guys all know. If you go to XYZ, you know you're getting...
Yeah. If somebody has a link to that, drop it in the comments for John. He hasn't seen it yet.
If you go to ABC,
Get closer
you're like, man, that place has got it going on, and I'm gonna get like, you know, full in service.
Yeah.
When you not really sure what you're getting, and the price is high, and you're like, I think I'm just gonna stick to, you know, going to what I know. And
I'm a little frustrated because I feel like in the RC hobby, people want it both ways. Okay, everybody wants the club race. Nobody wants it to be more than $20.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it to be more than 20. I get it. Like, times are tough. And I totally get that. But for me, the video I was not mad about the video. I was more upset about the comments of people in there tearing up, like, how dare someone charge more than $20 for a club race? And for me, I'm just like, hey, first of all, your local club racing track, and listen, we don't club race, so this is me on the outside commenting on this, dishing the dirt, because I want a little drama on our premiere night, okay? But, you know, when you say, like, how dare they, or they don't deserve that, or whatever, people don't realize that real people are building the track that read those comments. And, you know, like, that hurts you. Like, you are going to be affected. I shared the story on Sean Duffy's post that, like, if you haven't got through a race weekend and paid all your people but didn't have any money to pay yourself and couldn't pay all of your bills, you don't get to say that they make too much money. You don't get to say, because, like, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. Everyone wants to root on this hobby and wants more club racing but doesn't want to pay the price.
So I go back to I'm listening to what my wife is saying and the things that come to my mind when I get in conversations like this one-on-one with someone personally. I lead the conversation, like when it breaks out and I get my first word in edgewise, I'm like, listen, I want to be up front with you. My wife and I do this for a living.
Yeah.
This isn't our side hustle. Yes, it's in our backyard, but it's the only thing in our backyard. Like, this is literally what we do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And we put back in whatever the farm doesn't suck out. Like, you know, like we've over the last, we've been doing this 17 years now, right?
Yeah.
I still have the same pickup truck I had when we started doing this.
We've still taken very few paychecks.
Yeah.
You know, I ignored the comment, but Samoji a little bit ago had said, hey, what's new in the facility this year? And, you know, we're really focused on the farm right now. We do have things that are going to go on facility wise, but it's hard for us even to wrap our mind around that right now. But over the last, you know, especially the first 10 years, we put every dime that we made right back into it. When people call, we get calls all the time you would not believe, saying, hey, we saw that you built a track. You guys did a good job. You're successful. Can you tell us how to do it? And, you know, when I get those phone calls, a lot of times I'll say, hey, are you okay with not making any money for 10 years? Because that's what it took for us to be, quote unquote, successful.
12.
Yeah.
In RC.
Yeah.
And that was just in RC. And to be fair, that's not even counting like the ATV business had basically controlled the property.
Yes.
You're just talking about the actual RC, I'll say, debt.
Okay, I love when things get spicy. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the comments are blowing up.
Boy.
Okay, John says for a club race, anything more than $20 is not right. It used to be 30 here, and that truly hurt the turnout. The same time they had 3 club races a week. Okay, so $90 for club racing for a week is just insane. It was cheaper to practice, and then you would get 10 times more track time in one day. Dave Taylor says you guys are so top notch that we're afraid to go anywhere else to race because he'll be disappointed. I appreciate you saying that. Alex said, Kevin, you mentioned some advice to me that I really liked. You should be able to give racers a product that are worth their entry fee. Yeah, we live by that.
For sure.
Which is, I feel, is very accurate to use for the ABC tracks and the XYZ tracks. Entry fee should reflect the product the racers get for the day. Yeah, that is, when I first saw the video, that is what I really wanted to comment back, Alex, is that honestly, if tracks are charging more money and are disappointed that they're losing racers, it's because they've not created the product that is worth more money. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's. Listen, we all know the gig. Like, is the place worth going to and spending more money for, or should the place be cheap? And I mean, listen, sometimes the guy that should be cheap, if he doesn't get a little more, he's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So,
Steve Stachek says it's a $1,500 toy. Pay to play with it. Yeah. Rob says hospitality. Rob and Jody said hospitality. That I think is a big thing in club racing too. Is, do you feel welcome there, or do you feel like an outsider? Because a lot of times I feel like club racing can get cliquey, where like if you do feel the hospitality of like you're excited, like Richfield has.
Yeah.
You're excited to go there because everybody is friends, everyone's hanging out. I think that also makes something worth more money.
So, indoor wintertime, that's a different conversation for me.
Yeah.
If we're talking about outdoor 8-scale club racing, which is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you're talking about indoor, I mean, listen, if you, like a facility like Richfield has, and I mean, they've really seriously evolved and like upped the game, and they're currently at $15 an entry.
It's crazy
stupid.
Cheap. Jason Massey says, I hate when the cost issue gets conflated with the support your local hobby shop argument. These are two totally different issues. Jason, I agree and I disagree. Here's why. For us, if we rely so much on the hobby shop support that our local racers, honestly, all of our customers, not all of them are local, but that our customers give us to be able to keep our entry fees what they are.
It's the weather's awful.
Yeah.
And it's 9:05.
Oh, it is. Well, see, when we get into a spicy topic, we can't stop. But anyway, so because we are a hobby shop and a racetrack, I would say those things do get tied together a little bit because we do rely on all of this to make our living. So,
yeah, see, we're a little bit of an anomaly in this conversation.
Of course.
Because not only the hobby shop on site at the racetrack, and the racetrack,
yeah,
and we do online,
yeah,
and we have the camping and the acreage to do whatever we want, and live bands and DJs and cornhole tournaments and extra food vendors, and most tracks, people will be like, are you going to have a food vendor?
Mm-hmm.
Where when they ask us, they're like, hey,
who's coming tonight?
Who's coming for food? Like, what choices am I going to have? And 9 times out of 10, you have an answer for them of, oh, well, Olivia's Fresh Cut Fries is coming Friday night after Harry closes, in the evening. And then maybe on Saturday, Sparky's might even be coming for donuts and tacos. And, holy crap. You gotta be kidding me. Wow.
I do know now, like, why podcasts get spicy. Because when you have a microphone in front of you, you do want to, like, go off on a little tangent. I don't know what happens. But anyway, it makes me feel a little. The point of the story with talking about that is I just want to remind everyone that...
Alex, this is why she's not allowed in the booth.
No, I just want to remind everyone that they're real people that are doing the work to keep your tracks running. Appreciate them. Be careful what you comment online. Be careful what you say that is complaining about what they've done. Whether it's $15, $20, or $30. Somebody's out there sweating their butts off to make things happen.
And
appreciate them and try to help them.
They also have feelings.
Yeah.
Don't be a jerk.
Just don't be a jerk. That's all. That's all. I understand. It disconnected again. Thank goodness that I'm recording this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. This weather is rolling in and we're not having great internet, so it might be getting a little hiccupy. So we're just going to call it a night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will be back next Wednesday. We didn't even get to hit all of our segments tonight, so we'll even do more of that next week and deal with the few little technical hiccups that we had tonight.
Moving on. Bigger and better.
Bigger and better every time. Good night, guys.
Just left me hanging. Good night.
Guys, have a good night. We will see you next week and in 50 days for the Flashpoint season opener. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Well, I can't make it go by. Goodbye, YouTube. Still goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.